I'm out here with Eric Perkins from Perkins Builder Brothers YouTube channel and Facebook channel, and we're talking about all things construction, roofing, and then you know, the big thing that I love is the social media. Man, how'd you get started in doing social?
Well, we got started by just making some videos because we thought that maybe someone was interested in what we do, because we had, you know, we had seen other people be successful, so we just thought it'd be fun. So we started making videos, and they were pretty terrible. Nobody watched them basically for a long time. We'd get like, you know, 20 to 50 views on the first 100 videos we made. So it was, you know, pretty depressing, but it just seemed like something that I kind of liked doing.
Yeah.
And so we kept doing it.
Yeah.
And then like at some point we just got lucky and had a video that just started getting views. It was about laying block.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so it's like the most boring thing ever, laying block. And started getting, you know, hundreds of thousands of views. People started subscribing, and you know, so we kept making videos and kind of changing and morphing what the videos are about until they kind of became more engaging for people who were seeing more views.
Yeah. So you were the driving factor behind the whole channel, or was your team all on board with that?
Yeah, I mean, the team was on board, but I was the guy like running the camera and going home and editing the videos and basically making the videos happen.
As long as they didn't have to be the editor, right?
Yeah, being the editor is like a lot of work. So yeah, I was spending like a full 30, 40 hours a week making the videos at home.
Yeah, it's a full-time job, man. How compared to, well, you know, I'm a short-form expert, you're a long-form expert. How would you say that the long-form videos have affected your business? Has it been a positive, a negative thing?
Yeah, as far as driving business to our real, like, Perkins Enterprises construction company, it definitely has. We don't have, like, you know, a way to really fulfill building hundreds of homes a year. Yeah. So we just still build a couple a year. But if we wanted to scale up in some way, we could, because of all the advertising basically that it's, you know, doing. People are calling us from all corners of the world saying, hey, we want you to build our house. So that wasn't happening before, but you know, at a certain point there was actually a transition to where making the videos was earning as much as building the houses. And so, you know, we're like, oh, this is a pretty important part of our business now, you know. So
if you had a suggestion to a new business owner about social media, what would it be?
Well, I mean, it's free to use. You should be using it, even if it's just advertising, jumping on there, being yourself. I would say, you know, if you're not, you're missing on sales, right, basically, because people are on there, and you know, they're gonna see what you're doing if you're on there.
Have you found that it's helped develop a lot more trust with your clients now that you put out so much content?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. The way we do it, people definitely feel like they know us personally, even, and so people want to hire us just on the basis that they trust us to build their house because they've seen us do all this stuff on YouTube. So it's pretty interesting dynamic.
What are some things that you don't do on camera, or just on your channel?
Well, as far as construction goes, we don't do some of the trade work like electrical, plumbing, HVAC, insulation, drywall. In fact, we're here because on our real job, that's what's happening. So while that's happening, the other tradespeople will go do some side project, keep ourselves busy doing something, like do a project in my own house, Jamie's house, or whatever, build a deck for somebody. And we just do like one job at a time, you know, to keep it simple.
How many videos are you making off of each of those jobs?
Yeah, probably 30 to 50 per job, kind of following the progress. And then later, like a year later, I'll go back and put all like 30 or 50 of those into one edit and compress, say, like 20 hours of footage down to 2 hours. And those are really engaging videos because you get to see the whole process, but it's very condensed compared to if you watched episodally the whole thing, you know?
Right. You were saying earlier that you post on a certain day of the week. How long does it take you to prepare that one video to be released?
Yeah, I mean, you know, a couple days of filming, so I'm not going to count that time because that's the time we'd be working anyways, but a couple days of filming, and then I would say another, depending on the videos, 6 to 8 hours of editing, adding music, kind of final touch-ups, getting all the thumbnail, like making a good thumbnail image will take me a couple hours, just that. Titling the video, doing all the tagging and hashtags, and there's a lot to it that you don't think about just offhand. So I would say at least 8 hours, maybe more.
Do you guys do any written posts or anything like that on your social channels? Or?
We don't really.
Yeah.
We just do YouTube.
Yeah.
And then we have a company that remakes our YouTube content into Facebook content,
Right.
like shorter form.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a company called Jelly Smack.
Has the short form been working for you guys?
I don't know. I mean, I know that a lot of people are watching it.
Yeah.
I don't even watch it, so like I know it's us and I know it's stuff that we previously filmed.
Yeah.
But I don't half the time know exactly what they're picking and choosing out of our long form to make the short form stuff.
Did you do any training or education on how to do the social media stuff?
No. I had a friend that was a YouTuber that once we had gotten near 100,000 subscribers, I met him, and he really helped us out. But I did have some training in video editing, sound optimization, photo optimization in college.
Yeah.
So,
Was it something that you just woke up one day and was like, I'm going to take video of myself? Or was it something that you guys planned?
No, well, so what initially happened was HGTV or Discovery Network or one of those people actually called us. We'd never made a video. I guess they saw our website, just our regular construction website. My brother and I, and they wanted to do a sizzle reel and see about making our own show for network TV. So we did that, and we ended up not getting it. But that was the thing where I was like kind of intrigued, like, oh, people might be, interested in what we're doing.
Yeah.
So I was like, basically, screw you guys, we'll make our own show. Basically.
Do you consider yourself an influencer? I know it's a tough question because it's like, talking about yourself.
Yeah.
But of course, people like us have large amounts of followings, and when we say something, a lot of people, believe that to be true. What do you think about the influencing part of it?
Yeah, I mean, I try to keep it basically to construction and a little bit of lifestyle. I mean, we try to definitely live like active lifestyle, so if that's influencing people, I feel good about that.
Yeah.
But mainly it's just about us doing construction, how we interact with each other, having a good time with your life and your job instead of being miserable is really important to us. So hopefully all those things are influencing people to maybe try to live a life like that.
What would you say percentage-wise? I mean, percentages are percentages, right?
Yeah.
But how much of the time are you concentrating on showing your lifestyle versus showing just construction?
Very little. I mean, little snips here and there in our videos.
Yeah.
It's like the leaving work and then 5 seconds and I'm back at work. So very little. But it's in there, And then some of the integrations we do are more healthy lifestyle type products. That you could buy, and so I'll film a mountain biking trip or a ski trip or a race that I'm in. It's kind of B-roll to show some of the other cool stuff that I get to do around here in the mountains.
I show a lot of personality in my own self, and then my niche is not just doing roofing content. It's a little bit of everything. So people like my life, but a lot of times people in our industry, especially roofing, are like, "Oh, you shouldn't be personal," and it makes me feel absolutely horrible because people like that part. They trust me. They learn more about me. And it helps me in business as well. But
I would say that's a good move.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it's people still get the information. People love information.
Yeah. What about a lot of the times whenever I post something about social media, they're like, "Oh, I don't do it because I don't have the right camera."
Oh yeah.
What do you use?
Mostly iPhones. I have some of these DJI mics like you have. I have several just iPhone Pros. I've got a GoPro in my tool belt, and I've got a drone.
Yeah.
But it's a very low barrier to entry as far as the equipment. I mean, if you have like a newish iPhone, you've got the filming. You can download music, and you can edit the video, and you can export it, and you can upload it straight to a platform, all from one device. So I don't think that's a barrier to entry anymore, just on the count of technology being awesome.
I'll ask you two more questions. One, we're on top of your roof. This is your personal house.
Yeah.
We're laying this shield, and so far how do you like this?
I really like it. We are, I hope, 2/3 of the way done. So we've installed a lot of it. and it's getting a lot easier for us to just know the feel of when it locks properly and you nail it. But I do like the features about it, like it's interlocking so the wind won't hurt it or blow it off. You know, hail around here is not going to damage it. It looks really great. That's another thing, is looking up from our house, it looks got that nice cottage kind of look with these shake kind of, you know, style on it. So it looks awesome. And the 10-inch exposure, it was really fast to install once we got going.
You know,
I mean, it's about double a regular shingle exposure.
In Waynesville, there's only 2 roofs that I've seen so far that I like. It's this one, and then there's a bank with natural slate on it.
Oh yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
It's beautiful
Yeah.
when you drive past that.
Yeah, it is impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, but this roof also gives off that really clean slate look.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a really high-end roof when you drive up. I mean, the whole house just looks way better, honestly. And my shingles were shot. My roofing was just asphalt shingles. They're about 20 or 25 years old. They were shot. So the other thing is, you know, hopefully this will last the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to do this again.
Hopefully,
As much as I love the product,
we hope this
roofing is
pleases
frickin' hard
Sarah.
work.
Sarah,
Yeah.
you know, Sarah. We hope
Yeah.
Sarah loves this.
Oh, she will. She will. Yeah.
And then, you know, last question. If you had a piece of advice to give a business owner in the construction industry about how to get started, or, you know, if they should be using social media, what could you tell that to somebody that's new to business?
Yeah, I know a lot of people are really scared to like film themselves. They're like, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to film, like, they just don't know anything. I'm like, if you just tell a story and be yourself on social media, and then, you know, end it with, hey, by the way, I do this for a living, check me out.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think you can go wrong, really. I mean, it takes practice too. That would be another thing.
Yeah.
If you're scared to do it, the great thing about an iPhone is you can record it as many times as you like. And a lot of people that aren't around filming, or YouTubers or TV, don't realize how many takes.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
anything you see on TV has been 10 takes at least. So even stuff that I do for short posts, I mean, I'll say it to the camera if I don't like it, or like I don't feel like I was amped up enough, or if I said a word wrong, I just delete it and do it again. So don't be afraid to like not do it because you can't do it right the first time you feel like. Practice in front of the mirror. I mean, it sounds kind of vain, but you know, it can really help. I mean, to sharpen your skill as far as being in front of the camera.
I definitely I use this thing, and I'm going to say this to the camera while we're watching. You can't have social media and be successful without engagement.
Yeah.
And then also, if you're going to cause drama with either religion, politics, or any of those things, you should definitely keep it out of your business social.
Definitely, yeah.
So-
I mean, and we have a channel about construction. That's pretty much, that's what you're gonna see if you get on our channel. And people like that. They know they're not gonna have to, you know, deal with a bunch of people in the comments over some kind of divisive issue. I think everybody's got an opinion. I've got one. You've got one. Everybody's got one. So there's no part of me that thinks everybody needs to have my opinion when it comes to stuff like that. So.
Well, it's certainly been great hanging out with you, and your crew is
Yeah,
amazing.
man.
I
We
love
appreciate you
each of
guys.
your guys here, man. You know, we don't usually see this many great guys on a construction site, so it's
You hear that, guys?
Wait, what was that? What did you
Hey! Oh man, but appreciate it, man. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
good
for
to see you,
having us.
TJ.
All right.